firmly but sincerely to turn off your radio now.
This is Arch Oboler. For Ironized Yeast tonight, a story of that still small voice which civilized men call conscience. But first, Frank Martin.
The way you feel, that can make all the difference in your life. If you're run down, losing weight, feel tired too much of the time, and if vitamin B1 and iron shortage is what's to blame, listen. Ironized yeast tablets give you both vital substances, vitamin B1 with iron. Men and women who were short of them now tell how these pleasant little tablets help them regain glorious pep and energy and needed pounds. So today they can really enjoy living again. Folks, did you get that name? It's Ironized Yeast Tablets. And now, lights out, everybody.
Keep moving along, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving. There ain't no loitering here. Keep moving.
Hey, officer, what's going on in the hall? What's the bloomin' attraction?
Read the signs, my man. Read the signs.
Huh? Oh, the great Peter Stransky, world-famous explorer, appearing in person in lecture on headhunters of the Amazon. Go, Brown.
Now, move along, fella. Move
Come
along.
now, officer. Will you tell a bloke what that headhunting is referring to? Who's on tonight?
Now, look here. You're obstructing traffic. It's lecturing, the man is. Lecturing on these heathen tribes that hunt their neighbors' heads. Now, move along, man. Move along, or I'll take you in.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you know the story of these strange motion pictures I have shown you this evening. For the first time in history, motion pictures taken of the lower Brazilian region. Someday soon I hope to return to Brazil and bring back more cinematic records of the customs of these almost legendary savages, including actual specimens of heads and bodies taken and preserved in their bloodthirsty wars. When that day comes, I hope you will be as kind to me as you have been this evening. And so, good night until we meet again.
Excellent lecture, Stransky. Excellent.
Yes, it went very well indeed.
Complete sellout. That headhunting theme meant excellent publicity in all the papers, you know.
Yes, of course. Now, if you'll pardon me, my wife...
Oh, but my dear Stransky, autograph.
They paid to listen to my lecturing and see my motion pictures, not to get my autograph. I'm sorry, my wife, she will be waiting.
Come, don't worry about her. She's well taken care of.
Eh? What are you talking about?
I just passed her backstage, and she had a handsome young gentleman having quite a tete-a-tete, don't you know?
You will pardon me.
John.
Oh, come now, Ellen, you must do it.
Oh, but John, that's ridiculous. Who ever heard of such a silly thing?
I did, and that's why I'm telling it to you.
Well, I won't listen to another word. I really won't.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, I won't.
If I might be so bold as to interrupt.
Oh, Peter, it's you.
I'm sorry to interrupt your most interesting conversation, my dear wife, but we must go.
But, Peter, we...
Come, I said. The automobile is waiting.
But I'd... Very well, Peter. Good night, John.
Good night, Ellen.
Come. Get into the car, Ellen.
Why don't you say something, Peter?
Yes. Yes, I will say something. This. Well, why don't you speak? Why don't you cry?
I wouldn't give you the satisfaction.
So, you save your tears for him, too. Say something.
I'm leaving you, Peter.
Leaving me? What are you talking about?
I spoke clearly enough. I'm leaving you.
Don't be a fool.
I'm trying not to be. That's why I'm leaving you. I should have done it a long time ago.
You'll go to him.
No, I'm going to divorce you first, Peter.
Divorce?
I won't have any difficulty about that, I'm sure.
No, never a divorce for me, never.
You'll have no choice. Please stop the car.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Ellen?
I'm sorry for you, Peter.
No. I'm sorry for you. And him. Well, come in, Ellen. Come in. And you too, young man.
What do you want of us, Peter?
It was very kind of you two to come here and join me tonight.
You said it was important, Strensky. What is it?
Oh, have a chair. Sit down. There is no hurry.
Well, John and I, we're on our way to the theater. If you don't mind, Peter, tell us what you want.
I want little. We have come to what the novelist would call the parting of the ways. As civilized human beings, we sit down. I, the husband, you, the wife, and you, young man, the, shall I say, favored one, to discuss our welfare.
I'm sorry it worked out this way, Peter.
It is life. Perhaps the fault was largely mine. I was not a very good husband.
You're acting very decently about all this, Mr. Strinsky. All I can say is I love Ellen very much.
And you love him, Ellen?
Yes, Peter.
If we could arrange matters quickly, I mean the divorce and all that sort of thing.
Of course. I just said we are together like civilized human beings. And now, if you will excuse me, I will close the door. The servants, you know.
He's acting surprisingly well about it all, Ellen.
I'm not so sure, John.
So, now what I have to say, I say in complete privacy.
Peter, just why did you want John and me here?
Yes. We should come to the point. You and I, Ellen, I suppose there is no use talking about us anymore. Is there?
No.
So, all right, I will be a gentleman. I will withdraw as gracefully as my clumsy self will permit. First, then, we will sign the papers.
Papers?
I want you to waive dower rights.
Oh, just as you wish.
Excellent. So here is the legal form as drawn up by my solicitor. I assure you it's quite in order. You will sign first, young man.
Me?
Yes, as a witness, you understand?
Oh, very well. My pen.
No. Use this one, please. Here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, John, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Just a scratch. The pen point.
Oh, I am so clumsy.
John,
Oh, it's nothing, really. See, the pen point hardly broke the skin.
Yes, but it did break the skin.
Oh, yes, John. You see a drop of blood.
Oh, it's nothing at all. Just a scratch. Unimportant.
Why did you laugh like that, Peter?
He said unimportant, and yet it is the most important scratch your young man has ever known.
How's that?
What do you mean, Peter? What's wrong?
You feel something, John?
What?
A constriction between the eyes, perhaps,
Peter.
or maybe a strange pounding of the heart.
Peter,
Or
what have you
perhaps,
done?
John, your vision blurs. You hear strange sounds in your ears. A great lover?
Peter, answer me. What have you done? John, are you all right? Tell me, are you all right?
I don't know. My head, it's so strange. I
John, what
think
is
I'll
it?
sit down.
Peter, what's wrong with him? What's wrong? John, what do your lips...
You cannot speak, can you, John? If you open your mouth, the words will be your last. A great lover?
Peter, tell me. Tell me, have you done something to him? Have you? John, look at me, darling. Speak to me. Tell me what's the matter.
Yes.
John.
Yes, speak, John.
Ellen,
John! Peter, help me. He's fallen. Peter, help me. Help me.
Help you?
But, John, look at him. Look at him. He's ill, dying. Doctor, get a doctor.
Not a doctor, my little wife. Doctors cannot restore even great lovers after the poison of Baracata has entered the veins.
Poison. That pen. That scratch.
Ellen, you must... So, the thought of your lover's death draws the blood from your head and you faint, my little wife? When you awaken, you will wish that you died with him. You are awake again.
My arm.
You are bound in a chair. It is most discourteous of me, I know, but then, as you may remember, I always was a barbarian.
John.
You will keep your voice down.
John. You've got to tell me. Where is he? Why am I down here? John's not dead. He can't be dead. There on that table. Under the sheet. Not John.
Yes, John.
John. You've killed him. Let me loose. Let me go to him.
Stop that.
John.
Stop making that noise, you mad woman. Stop it. Stop it, I say. All right, I'll stop you then. I'll stop you. All right. There, my little wife. Scream, yell, rave all you want. This gag over your mouth served its purpose well. Go on. Go on. You amuse me. So, now you have discovered it is useless to talk to the gag, eh, Ellen? It is such a waste of effort, is it not? So now that you are silent, I can go on with my work. Most important work. Yes, you were right about what was on this table here. See? I throw off the sheet. And he was such a handsome man. Well, I must get to work. You no longer try to speak, my little Ellen. Does the sight of these beautiful surgical instruments frighten you? They need not. They're not for you. They are for John. Yes, he is dead. Dead. The poison too quickly, but do you think I would let him rest in death? Oh, no. I loved you, Ellen. And as I loved you, I hate you. Watch closely. What? I'm sorry, I cannot understand you. Oh, you ask me what I'm going to do. The knives, sharp knives, you see them? No, they are not to dismember your precious John. Flesh buried, decays, and is gone. I want your dear John with me for a long time. Again, you ask the question. I'm trying so hard to explain. He's dead, and he will be dead. But in his death, he will serve a purpose. You remember I told you my savage Brazilian friends, the Weirdos, have a quaint custom of shrinking and preserving the bodies of their enemies. Well, I studied their methods most carefully. John Douglas was my enemy. Here he lies. And I will do with him as the Weirdos do with their enemies. So, now you understand. When I'm through with him, your lover will be a little leathery-skinned man, a doll-like in size, a trophy for my trophy room. Who will suspect that in that little leathery doll-like figure is the body of an Englishman? And so he will amuse me in his death. Yes. And you will sit there, my little wife. You will sit in that chair for the many days it will take me to prepare the carcass. You will sit and watch me day after day as with smoke and with heat I make the strong body of your lover smaller and smaller. You will sit there.
Ladies and gentlemen, a deep breath, please, before we go on with this story of a jealous husband and the strange and terrible revenge he took against his wife and the man she loved. Yes, before we go on with tonight's lights-out story, a moment for relaxation and a return to the realities of today. The place is a shipyard, and a worker is saying,
I quit my desk job because I wanted to help build ships to win the war, but I'm afraid I can't keep on. I'm losing weight. I'm so restless I lay awake most of last night again. I feel so tired out so often when I know I shouldn't. I hardly know what to do.
Do? Why, find the cause of your trouble. And if it's a deficiency of vitamin B1 and iron, get ironized yeast tablets.
Vitamin B1 and iron? Ionized yeast tablets? I don't understand.
You see, you're working harder now, so naturally you need more strength and energy. But when you don't get enough vitamin B1 from your food, you may lose your appetite, not eat all you need, and so lose weight and strength. And without enough iron, you may be weak and pale and too often feel all in. But ironized yeast tablets give you both vital substances. Vitamin B1 with iron.
Maybe I better try ironized yeast tablets.
By all means do if you're deficient in vitamin B1 and iron. Ironized yeast tablets have greatly helped many, many others with these deficiencies. See if they're not of equal benefit to you. See if before long you, too, aren't saying,
Since I've been feeling so much better, I sleep like a baby. That tired-out feeling is gone. I'm sure glad I tried ironized yeast tablets.
And now back to our lights-out story of the little people.
Fire is warm. Hell, warm, so very warm. The air filled with smoke. The dry, swirling smoke. See how it coils around him. At first, how often you cried out when I talked like this, but
Now you're silent. Weeks. How many weeks has it been? 4, 5, 6? It used to take my savage friends 10 weeks to dry and cure the bodies of their enemies. 10 weeks. And I have done it in 5. Look at him. 6 foot strong and broad he was, but now a doll in size, a small brown doll. Oh, what weary days they've been, filling the body full of sand and slowly turning in the smoke and the heat, not too quickly, not too slowly, not too close to the flames. And now, the man that was John Douglas, a doll, a brown doll of death. The flames are noisy. Noisy as you are silent, little Ellen. You are... Oh, I hadn't noticed. Your eyes are closed. Wake up. Wake up! Wake up, I say. You've got to look at him. Your eyes have got to see him. You've got to see him. You're speaking. I cannot understand you. The gag, yes, I will take it off. Sitting there all these weeks, you haven't got the strength. There, that does it. Your lips are free. Well, look at him, Helen. Look at him and tell me what you think of John Douglas now.
Smoke, twisting around him. Smoke is taking him. Where is he gone?
Ellen.
Where is he gone?
Ellen.
Smoke. I'll go to him in the smoke. He's waiting.
Ellen, stop. Stop, you hear? Understand. You must understand.
Smoke, he will wait for me.
Smoke. What are you raving about?
Yes, smoke. See how it curls around him.
No.
He's waiting.
No, stop talking like that. Stop talking like that, I say.
He's waiting.
The knife. Where is the knife? I'll stop you. No. Ellen, all right. Dead. Up on the table with you. I must prepare you, Ellen, for the smoke and the fire. It took me 5 weeks with him, and now 5 more weeks with you. And then you will be as he is. Brown with the smoke of the curing fire. A little doll in size.
The Borneo and the Celebes are not the only savage tribes which indulged in this most curious pastime of collecting human heads as trophies. In my travels in far-off places, I have come across at least 20 other races who participate in this strange custom.
Let's get out of here, Mamie. Why, the man's as dry as dust. Oh, but who cares about headhunting men and the likes of that? Let's get out of here and go to a cinema. Quiet. Oh, all right.
And they went raiding and killing their enemies, generally in nocturnal surprises. These savages severed the heads of the dead and returned with them to their villages. Members of the tribe believe their rank in the next world depends upon the number of heads secured. But, unquestionably, the most curious custom is found among the Weirdos of South America, who not only sever the heads of their enemies, but also are known to shrink the bodies of the dead until they are small, almost doll-like in size. These bodies are kept in the large huts and treasured highly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a surprise for you. In my recent trip to South America and my visit to the Weirdos, at great personal risk, I was able to procure 2 of the macabre specimens. Yes, I have here in this trunk the shrunken bodies of 2 full-sized human beings. That is, at one time they were full-size, but now they are the size of large dolls. A man and a woman, ladies and gentlemen, perfectly preserved. The only specimens of their kind in existence outside of the sultry jungles of South America. Never before have they been seen or displayed upon the lecture platform, but tonight I am going to show them to you.
Now you make your public debut, my two beauties. Ellen and John, the new sensation of the lecture stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you please. If you please. Presenting two perfect specimens, the only ones of their kind, of the secret process which enables the savages of the jungles of South America to reduce their enemies to doll-like size. Here we have a living man, about 6 foot in size during his lifetime, now reduced to midget size. And likewise, here a woman, once a living, breathing individual like you and you and you, now this horrible trophy of the curer's eye.
You see, Ellen and John, they like you. You are a success. A huge success. You're talking. You... No. No, you cannot talk. Dad, you cannot talk. No. You cannot talk. You're dead. You're both of you dead. Stop talking. Stop. Stop.
Sure, Captain, it's a strange passenger we got aboard this time, I must say.
Oh, you mean Strensky? Aye, strange he is, mate.
But what's he running away from, sir?
Oh, sure, mate, that ain't a proper question to be asking of a man when he lays as many pound notes on the table as that man did for this passage. Bit me out of England tonight, he said. And get him out of England I did.
Now, could he be one of them embezzlers?
Oh, aye, that he might. The trunk he was carrying, well, he wouldn't let any of the men lay a hand on it. He brought it down to the cabin himself.
I'd like to get a look in it.
Aye, and so would I. But he stays in that cabin of his all the time. He's down there now, and I'll bet he's looking in that trunk this very...
The cabin door is locked. No one can come in when the door is locked. It's going to stay locked until we get there. South America, they won't get me there. No one will get me there. Why did I run away? What's the matter with me? No one heard them but I. No one in that audience but I. They're in that trunk there. There's two of them. Why don't I find out now if no one heard them but I? Why don't I? For sure. Yes, I must. No, they couldn't have talked, not they. The two of you lying there. You didn't talk, did you? No. No, of course you didn't. You're dead. You're more than dead. Hollow flesh shrunk by the smoke of heat until you're smoky little dolls. Ellen and John, I'm free of you forever. Forever. You, Ellen. Thing that was Ellen. Why don't you say something? Again. I heard you again, the two of you. I heard you. No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, you little things. You can't speak. You're dead, burned in the flames. Stop it. All right, I'll stop you. I'll stop you. Into the sea. I'll throw you into the sea. Come, you and you. I've got you in my hands. I'll throw you into the sea. First, you, Ellen. Into the water. There. And now you, John, into the sea. The sea will stop that tongue of yours. There. Now I'm through with you. Through with you. The water will stop your mouths. It stopped it. I'm free of you forever. The two of you forever. Huh?
What's the matter? What's the matter?
The matter? Oh, what do you mean, Captain? Nothing is the matter.
Oh, I thought I saw you throw something in the water. In fact, I'm sure of it.
Oh, just some old things. Yes, that's it. Some old things I didn't want.
Oh, I see. Well, as long as everything's all right.
Yes. Everything's all right. No.
It is a weird night, isn't it?
Weird? Why do you say that, man?
Yeah, it's so dark. No moon, not a star in the sky. It's like we were sailing at the black of a tomb without even candlelight to lead us. You know, if I was a superstition... What in the devil's name is that?
What? What are you talking about?
There, to starboard, see? 2 lights. Different. Take it, what lights are those?
They're coming closer.
Stars, ship lights? No, that can't be. Why, I've sailed these waters for 15 years.
It's they.
What?
The 2 of them, their faces. See them gleaming faces. Ellen, John, get back. Back to the water I threw you in. Back.
Prensky, what's
Back.
come over you?
Back.
Stop leaning over the rain. You'll
Back.
fall in. You'll fall in, man. Look out!
Help! I fell in. Help me. Here. I'm here. Save me. Save me. Yes, I'll stay afloat. They'll save me. I won't die. I won't. They'll save me.
No, Peter.
Huh?
Take his other arm, Evan. I have his leg.
No. Let go of me. Let go.
Come, Strensky.
Going up.
No. Stop. Ellen, John, the 2 of you, stop. You're pulling me under. Drowning me. Drowning me.
Well, Mr. Obler,
Well, Mr. Martin, what are you looking for tonight? Rationalization, morals? For, of course, the moral of tonight's story is a healthy and a hopeful one. That evil is its own undoing. That reminds me, Frank, outside of Hitler, Hirohito and Company, have you a nomination for the evilest man of the year?
well, leaving Hitler and his fang-toothed friend out of it sort of restricts me, doesn't it?
No, because anyone who thinks that evil is impersonated only by the militarist is quite naive. But you have your say, and then I'll have mine.
Do people say you're slipping, that you can't take it anymore? Well, if you're short on vitamin B1 and iron, if that's why you're losing your pep and sparkle, remember, ironized yeast tablets supply both vital substances. Of course, a rundown condition may be due to other causes. If in doubt, see your doctor. But if you simply need more vitamin B1 and iron, get ironized yeast tablets right away. They've been of great help in scores of such cases. In fact, ironized yeast has been so successful that it's sold on this no-risk, money-back basis. If you don't begin to eat better, to feel better, and so sleep better, the cost of the first bottle will be refunded to you in
Hey there, how's it going, people? What's up, man? What's going down? How's it going there, buddies? Good morning. How are we today? It's awfully quiet in here. At least that's the lady's dog stopped barking this morning. I almost went out and told her, hey, lady, the dog is whining to come in because it's cold and scared and doesn't want to be eaten by coyotes. So every once in a while I have to go bang on her door. This morning I did not have to. After a couple of yaps, she either brought him in or it got eaten by a coyote. Preferably not the latter. I would prefer she get eaten by coyotes than her dogs. Her dogs are nice. She's a twit. Twit. Double T. Wit. Yes. Happiness is a clean bong. Fresh water. Fresh buds. Totally. So I'm just going to do a little maintenance here on the old bong. The old bongerito. Because like I can, you know. I'm an adult. Speaking of adults, Vienna. Love the music. Love the persona. Totally cool stuff, dude. Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. I imagine we're going to have to get you out here somewhere. Out here to come do a little what you call it, a little jam, a little show, because this town needs some Vienna, big time. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Good stuff, baby. Good stuff. Oh yeah. I'm just reaming the bowl on my bong here to make it a little easier to get a nice, clean, smooth hit. Nice, clean, smooth hit. Because, it's morning time, and what do we do in the morning, boys and girls? Coffee, bong hits, and a whole lot of conversation. We got to do some conversating. Yep, that's right. Let's see, I need to get me into the screen. Another screen. Well, let's take a look at these guys. These are my glass bong screens here, so I'm just gonna go through them and see if there's a good one here. I use them and then clean them and then use them and then clean them, and then after a while they just get pretty much useless. Glass pipe screens. They are little daisies. Little glass daisies. Let me see if I can put one in my hand and share it with you. That is a little glass daisy there. Okay. And if you can see, it's got 5 points on it. And then it's got this little nard on the back. It's got this little nard on the back that goes down into the stem. See? Isn't that totally cool? So then we put that down into the bowl here and drop the bowl back into the bong, and that's it. That's all there is to it. So how are we this morning, people? If you joined me early, you joined me for one of my favorite Lights Out episodes, The Little People. Just a great, almost a one-man show. I mean, that guy spends a lot of time just I mean, he's just a really creepy dude. Totally creepy dude. Oh yeah, man. It's like fucking creepy. As creepy as his creepy does, so Alright. At some point, I want to do a morning where I read a short story. And I'm going to do it in the fashion that my old 7th grade teacher, Mr. LaValle. Mr. LaValle, he did this great deal in English class, where he would close all of the shades in the room. He would light a candle on his desk, and he would read us a story by candlelight. Oh, I loved it. I just fucking loved it. Let me crank up my volume. Pump up the volume, man. Yeah, now I don't have to creep in. Yeah, I can just hang out over here. All right, enough with the English accent, dude. It's freaking horrible. My goodness. So the girls at the pot shop talked me into a new breed. Sweet moo. Yeah, like chocolate milk. Sweet moo. Sweet cream, baby. That's what I have in my coffee. Sweet cream. Sweet moo. Moo moo. Moo moo. They're right. It's pretty good. It's stony. It's different. I like to change it up. I like to go back and forth from indica to toseva to sativa to hybrid and back and just kind of bounce around. And then I like to change strains as well. Sticking with the same thing gets you burned out. All of a sudden, what was a great weed last week is now just kind of falls flat. Right. Okay, first bong hit of the day. This one's for you, everyone. Sometimes you just need a bong hit. I tell you what, it don't matter who it was or which administration it was. I think every president should sit back with the world leaders and smoke a joint. Right? It would take care of so much bullshit. I'm not going to smoke a joint with that dude. He's an asshole. Smoke a joint with the guy. Find something in common. Find a common ground. Nope. So, I'll just go ahead and let it sit. Just let it sit there. I got a few things sitting over here from the thrift shop yesterday. I got something over there from the thrift shop yesterday. Boy. Man, who is this guy? Yeah. Day 20,693 on planet Earth. I'm trying. I didn't think I'd make it past 15,000. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? Right? That's a lot of days. I remember a lot of those days. For my 20,693 days here on planet Earth, probably 20,000. Pretty strange. Yeah. I know my childhood. God, like the first 10,000 days of my life were confusion, starvation, anxiety, fear, sadness, depression. A lot of confusion. There's still a lot of confusion. What are you gonna do, man? You just confused or what? Yeah. Quote of the day, confusion is as confusion does. There you go. Hey, good morning, Joey. What's going on, dude? I'm just sitting here waxing philosophically about absolutely nothing. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? This is day 20,693 on planet Earth. It is what it is. Yeah. I was born a coal miner's daughter. Shut up. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Before we get too far going, let's do the record of the day is Lights Out, everybody. This is Lights Out, a radio series created by Arch Obler. His first show was in May of 1936. It was like the ultimate horror show. It was definitely freaky. It was scary. It was an anthology series, so it was always something different. Always something different. Different people, different stories, whatnot. I found, actually, this show is, this album has 2 episodes. You're not in a good mood, huh? Well, that sucks. Sometimes work can do that to you. Yeah, chill out, dude. Find your happy place. Find something that's going to put you in a good mood. Turn me off and grab a record or something, grab a little bite to eat, snuggle down in a chair, go to sleep. You wake up on the right side of the bed. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Yeah. I was born not in a good mood. Really, seriously. I have had to struggle my whole life to find that happy place. This is my happy place here, sitting here on camera doing this stupid shit. This is my happy place. Anywhere I'm hanging out with my wife or daughter just doing nothing. That's my happy place. Peace, man. Take care. See you later. Have a good day. Recover from your ill mood. And if not, come on back anyway and share. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Peace. Yeah. So, this record here contains 2 great Arch Obler Lights Out Everybody episodes. Oxychloride X is just weird. It's weird and freaky, and it actually reminds me of a movie. And I think I have seen a show or a movie of this episode. The other episode on there is Rocket Ship from Manhattan. I do not have that one. The episode I have today for us to listen to together is Oxychloride X, or The Hole. Yeah, it's a great story. Right. Totally. So let me see if I can grab a good graphic for us to watch while we're watching the show. Let's see if I can go to Lights Out. Everybody. Lights Out. There we go. There's Lights Out. Now, where are my graphics? Ooh. There's a good graphic. Spooky. Okay. That's a good one, yeah. That's a good one, yeah. All right. I'm gonna. because I haven't put this show together yet. Usually it's on a video, and I just pop on the video, and we listen to it. I haven't done that. So I need to find oxychloride X. The whole. All right, there it is. I got the show. I got the graphic. It's all set up. So we'll get to that. Yeah. Yeah, baby. But until then, it's coffee and bong hits, baby. Because that's what I love in the morning. That's what I love in the morning. Okay, today we're taking the van and we're dropping it off at the mechanic. The check engine light is on. It's been stuttering and stalling and acted up. It's hard to start up. Please let them have it for a couple of days and it act up on them, right? That's all I want. It's for them to get an inkling of what the fuck's going on. I know I'm thinking fuel pump, fuel filter, inline filters, inline sensors, any computer mods, any the injectors, anything like that having to do with the fuel system. That's what I want replaced. I'm serious, replaced completely, brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new, brand new. If the hoses are goopy and deteriorate, replace the fucking hoses, right? Replace it all. Replace the fuel system completely. I want to get to the point to where I can then look at the transmission and say, okay, let's give this transmission a tune-up. Put it on the machine, pump that fluid through it, pop all the solenoids and make sure they work. Replace any solenoids, the works. I want to be able to get in that van this summer and fucking drive it anywhere. I want to get in it and take it to Elsinore, drive over the Ortegas and go to the beach, go up the fucking coast to LA and come home through wine country if I fucking want to. Yeah. A limited amount of time on planet Earth. I really, really, really want to have this van, right? I really hope I make it to day 21,000, right? That would be great. That'd be like almost a whole nother year, right? That'd be great. But what I'm looking forward to is doing some fucking camping. Yeah. I mean, even if I have to rent a trailer to pull behind my van just so I can get the girls to be interested in camping, I'll sleep outside on a sleeping bag next to the campfire. I gotta heat that up. The van has got a bed in the back. It's set up so that my daughter can go and sleep in there in luxury with the TV and the lights and the radio and the plug and the Wi-Fi and everything. And the dogs, you know. I want a canopy right outside the van the van opens up right into it, it's screened, and then a tent off of that. And I want to sleep in the tent. I'm looking forward to some outdoor sleeping. I love it. I love it. All right, people. I'm going to go heat up my coffee. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm still here. You can still hear me. I can still see you. So there you go. Yeah. But I guess if there's one thing I like to do for people is make them happy. You know? Not like, oh, I have to make everybody happy. Everybody's got to be happy. It's not like that. I mean, not like creepy. But I'd love to see somebody enjoying themselves. Whether it's food or entertainment or conversation or whatever. I'd really love to see somebody in their best mood. You know? So that being said, I really hope Joey can hold on until May and get a chance to come out and hang out for a week. Because, yeah, we're looking forward. We're like, oh, yeah, May? All right. Yeah. When's he coming out? Hell yeah. So we're excited about that. We're also excited about my grandmother-in-law. My mother-in-law. My daughter's grandmother-in-law. My daughter's grandmother. It's my in-law, my daughter's grandmother. Yeah. Can't wait for Grandma to come visit. That should be happening soon, really soon. Take another look here at my desk, because my table is going to be leaving, and I am going to be replacing this card table, my 1980s card table, with an actual desk, a wooden desk. So I'm going to be putting a wooden desk here where this table is. It's going to be a little skinnier, but a little longer, and it's going to have drawers. So I am going to try to rework my camera, right, so that it just picks up that desktop, and maybe a little bit in front of the desk so that we can peek into the drawer, or you can see what I'm holding in front of me without having to reach out over the desk, right? So I am going to be working that in here. It was a free desk. My wife went to help someone, and they had this great wooden desk there they were getting rid of, so we brought it home. So I'm happy about that. That's pretty cool. I need space to put things, so it's got 3-4 drawers on it. So them drawers are going to get filled up really quick. And like I said, if I do the camera right, I can open the drawers on camera and we can look inside, peek inside. Another thing is I was thinking about for an episode is a junk drawer. Let's look at a junk drawer, right? Junk drawer. I've got a great junk drawer filled with 1960s, 70s, 80s vintage stuff. It's just awesome. It's totally awesome, man. Yeah. So let's see. Let me grab my phone here and we'll talk a little bit about Lights Out. Everybody. Yeah. Oh? What? Yeah. That's YouTube. We don't want that. We don't want that. Well, yeah, we'd kind of like to have Wikipedia. That's it. Let's check out the Pedia and see what the Pedia has to say about... I'm going to sneeze. So Willis Cooper created Lights Out. It was eventually taken over and perfected by Arch Obler. Pardon me. Aired on various networks from 1934 to 1947. Yep. And then it transitioned to television. It predated shows like Suspense and Inner Sanctum. It was a really, really, really heavy show, man, and it's 6. We'll listen to an episode because it's just great. It's just great stuff, man. It's just awesome. So, like I said, happiness is hot coffee and a clean bong and cool buds, man. And this morning, we're hitting on all cylinders, man. So, the bong, she is a clean. The bowl, she is a clean. She's a totally clean. She's totally clean, man. I'm going to pop some sweet moo into the old duberator there. Yeah, it's to my doobies, man. I want to smoke some doobage. Because I love to smoke the doobage. Abso-friggin-lutely. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I was thinking this morning that I was going to put on a candle while we were listening to this episode, man. And I think I'm going to put my candle right here so it's on camera. And then we'll turn some lights off and we'll listen to Lights Out, everybody. That'll be fun. We'll do an episode. And then we'll have a little time afterwards to discuss. Until then, we're going to do coffee bong hits and we're going to read from the TV guide. And if someone shows up, well, they can give me something to search for on the old Encyclopedia Americana. Because I just love them encyclopedias. An encyclopedia door-to-door salesman. Now that would have been a job. Maybe I was an encyclopedia door-to-door salesman in a previous incarnation of myself, right? Of course, like most people, you think reincarnation. Maybe I was the king of Egypt, or I was the Tsar of Russia. You know, nobody ever thinks, yeah, I was just this lowly peasant dude who got shit on every day, and I was the piss boy at the castle, and yeah, I was the one that got used every day behind the stall. I mean, nobody ever says that. They're like, yeah, I was totally a king. I mean, we must be all populated with royalty, right? Well, everybody's fucking royalty then. So, give me a break, man. I must be royalty. Yeah. That's not what reincarnation is. Reincarnation is you sucked, so you're probably coming back to suck again until you get it right. There you go. I doubt that I have gotten it right. I highly doubt it. Do I expect to be reincarnated? I don't think so. I don't expect anything. Reincarnation? Isn't that for like new flowers? Reincarnation? Shut up. Alright, bong hit. Fresh bong. Clean. Beautiful. Alright, send a paramedic if this one gets me. Good stuff. Pardon. To trim the wick on the candle. So I've got another week loaded, and I'm working on a second week. Hopefully by the end of this week, I can have 2 full weeks loaded onto my channel, because I'm losing a week by the end of the week. So if I can make that happen and do that every week, just 2 weeks, then if I gain a week every time I lose a week, then eventually I'll have gained a month. After a month, I will have gained an extra month, right? At least that's what my math says. But I'm working with the new math, right? I was talking to my daughter. We were coming home from Palm Desert, and I was just navigating, driving, dealing with the drivers out there, because drivers today are not like drivers of my time. They're so distracted and scatterbrained, and even when they're paying attention, you could still see it in their face. They're somewhere else. It's like, yeah, I'm driving, but man, I'm thinking about what I'm doing later, and and they're just not there. And if they are there, they're on their phone. So, I mean, I'm bobbing and weaving and bobbing and punching and jabbing and we're cruising down the freeway, and we're just about home, and I'm still having to deal with idiot drivers all the way home. You know, where you go, you're behind somebody, you're behind somebody, you're behind somebody. Okay, there's an opening on the right lane now, so I'm going to get over and pass to get around you. And what do? As soon as you get alongside them, they speed up and give you that shit fuck face. You know, so what do? You punch it and you jerk in front of them and cut them off, you know, and hope they got to then fucking slam on their brakes. So I'm driving. I'm like, honey, to my daughter, this is new driving. I got to get used to new drive. It's like new math, right? It's the whole new way of driving. You know, put your blinders on and say fuck everybody and ignore everyone on the road and do your own fucking thing. And that's pretty much what happens, you know, unless you're in front of somebody that is self-important, right? Then you better get out of my way. Flash, flash, honk, honk, move, move, swerve, swerve, bumper, bumper. Yeah, fuck you. Eat my fucking bumper and go the fuck around, you know? Am I going to then punch it as soon as they get alongside of me? No. I'm going to say, there's the fucking road. Go, asshole. And then I go, what? Are you getting tough with me, motherfucker? Right? Yeah. I don't advocate violence. But some of these fuckers need a kick in the teeth. Telling you. I don't advocate guns or gun violence. Oh, but man, they try me. They really try me. They do. Because I ponder the actual thought, the idea that maybe it's not a bad idea to get a piece and keep it in your car, right? I mean, I've pulled up to a light before, and I've had son of a bitch just come out and bang on my window. You cut me. It's like, dude, who the fuck are you? And what are you talking about? You know? I mean, there was a guy who pulled out from a stop, and he pulled out way too far, so he was into the street. So as I'm driving by him, I'm looking to see what the fuck he's going to do, right? Because I'm a defensive driver. And so I'm looking, and I look up and I make eye contact with him. And as soon as I make eye contact with him, the dude fucking freaks. He just explodes and starts throwing his hands up and screaming. He punches it, smokes his fucking tires, and hauls ass, catches me when I'm at a stoplight. And then rolls down his window and starts screaming at me. And then gets out of his fucking car. And I'm just like, oh, God, what the... You know what? I'm not allowed to pay attention. You're not allowed to pay attention. You don't have to pay attention. It's no big deal for you to not pay attention and to watch what you're doing. But if somebody else happens to pay attention to what you're doing, oh, heaven forbid. So I just ignored the fucker. And he's like, yeah, right. You know? Moments like that, I ponder the idea of having an equalizer. You know, just roll down my window, pop, and roll the window back up. You know? He asked for it, right? There you go. So that's kind of, I'm like, how do I become a new driver, right? Because that's what it is today. New drivers out there suck. I don't want to be a new driver. I'm actually given no choice in the matter. I'm either a new driver or I'm a relic. And the relics get fucking relegated to the fucking slow lane. And I don't do that. When I get to the point to where I have to be in the slow lane, I'm not going to drive anymore. Because chances are I don't know who the fuck I am anyway. Like most of the drivers out there in the fucking slow lane. I live near Palm Springs, so I'm constantly having to deal with tales from the fucking crypt, the crypt keeper out there behind the wheel. It's like, dude, lady, you need to stop fucking driving, all right? You don't even know what's going on around you. You barely know what's going on in your own fucking vehicle, and there you are behind the wheel. Because you got voting rights, you got it's my right. It's my God-given right to drive, damn it, till I'm dead. No, please no. Oh, I'm so over that. I get out there and I'm scared to death most of the time because you never know what fucking idiot is just going to be driving down the road 90 miles an hour on their phone and then look up and it's over. You know, and then they just kind of smash through 80 fucking cars because they were on their fucking phone. You know? Happens every fucking day, 100 times a fucking day in your area fucking alone. It's ridiculous. Oh, see, I'm starting to get pumped up. Fucking assholes. Thankfully, my daughter has no school today. Nada. Nothing. She's just staying home doing homework. My wife and I, however, we got a million things to do. We don't have any work planned, which means we get to do all of the things that we have to put off until we don't have any work planned. So we're going to take my car down, my van. Yeah, my van. And so we're going to take the van and we're going to drop it off at the mechanic with instructions to be careful of those fucking side windows. Oh, don't even fuck around with my side windows. Giant fucking panes of glass. Pains in the ass. So, yeah. Don't put it on a fucking lift. Don't even put it in the fucking shop. Take a fucking jack out there and jack the son of a bitch up and work on it. Don't put it in the shop. I don't want it to be close enough quarters that somebody's going to turn around with something and take out a fucking window. Right? Because their insurance better fucking cover it. And then they better get the fucking right window. Oh, man. Because I will not drive around with fucking duct tape and cardboard and plastic bags and shit. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. It will sit at their shop until it comes to me in the right condition. Period. Or I will sue. I will sue the fucking hell out of it. You know what? I'm at the point, maybe it's because of my age, but I'm at the point to where one more person fucks me over, and I am going to get the best fucking lawyer and sell everything I own to pay that lawyer to destroy that fucking person. Period. I ain't fucking around no more. I mean, I got idiots and assholes coming after me for the stupidest fucking shit. Shit they did to themselves, but they're going to point at me, right? No. No, I don't fucking think so. One more person fucks me over. It don't matter how. And I'm taking them to the fucking goddamn system and I'm fucking them over. You know? Period. Been fucked over too many times. And usually I'm fucked over by lawyers. Or judges. Or cops. So they get the Raspberry Award. Oh, and I can't wait, which should be any time now, because I just had one, to get my next jury duty summons, right? Because once again, it'll be a wasted fucking day, because they're going to want me to go down and do a drunk driving fucking case. You know? I'm going to get a shirt made that says, I hate drunk drivers. All drunk drivers should be in prison. Or something like that. Because they always get to me. And everybody else says, yeah, I'm here to do my duty. And I love to do my duty for my country and my town and my state. And what did I write down? And everybody recites the same doggerel about how it's their duty to be here and how they're happy to serve and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But you call me 3 or 4 fucking times. And every time you want me to serve on a drunk driving case. And just my language, drunk driver, gets me thrown out. Because I see it as you put one drop on your lips, your keys go away. And you don't fucking drive until you're fucking sobered up. But it's only 1 beer with food. Too fucking bad. That's what the guy said after he smashed into somebody and killed 3 people. It was only 1 beer. Yeah, right. It's always just one, huh? So I got nothing against drinking. I just have everything against putting that poison in your fucking body and then making everybody else responsible for you poisoning yourself, right? Because we are. We are now responsible. When you get in behind the wheel of your fucking car, you now make the rest of the world responsible for, is he drunk? Is that person drunk? Is this person... Right? And then, of course, if you are drunk, it's obvious, you know, the guy's fucking swerving, and he's on his phone, and he's taking he's got a road soda with him. You ever work with guys who drink road sodas after work or for lunch? Road sodas, yeah. That's another term for a beer, right? It's a light beer. It's still a fucking alcoholic beverage, you bonehead. You know? How come you won't ride with those guys anymore to go to work? How come you always want to take your own car? Ask them. Don't fucking ask me, you know? I'm not going to fucking rat somebody out for being a fucking alcoholic and they have to drink every fucking minute of the day. So there you go. Pardon my loudness, but that shit pisses me off, you know? And once again, the alcoholic is now making me responsible to hold his secret. His little secret. His little road soda secret. Right? Hey, if we get pulled over, those are yours, right? Hey, fuck you! I ain't ever riding with those dickheads again. Well, why not? It's 3 hours away. Good. I ain't fucking going. No, send me someplace else. Don't. Well, then I can't send you on any fucking work because that's all the work. Then fine. Don't. I refuse to fucking go to work with assholes who have to fucking drink while they're driving down the fucking freeway. Period. You know? I've had people killed by idiots drinking road sodas. Or people who have been up all fucking night drinking. People who just cannot control themselves, basically. They have no control, no self-control. They can't just decide, I'm not going to drink. I got to drive later, so I'm not going to drink. Nope. That doesn't even enter into their thought, right? It's like, I'll try not to drink too much. And then they drink too much. And then it's, I'm fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Bullshit. Bullshit. Alcohol is poison. It poisons the fucking brain. It impairs your fucking judgment. Period. It don't matter how much, how long you've been drinking. So when the judge or the attorneys there are going back and forth between the potential jurors and they're asking, hey, how do you feel about this? I straight out tell them, look, I've had friends and family killed by drunk drivers, and they hate that terminology. Drunk. No, that's driving while under the influence. Bullshit. They were fucking drunk, right? Had they been drinking, then they were drunk. If they weren't drunk, we wouldn't fucking be here. So you're excused. And I have to go through all of that every time just to get excused because they want to put me on the same fucking... Because there's no other case in the world out here except for fucking intoxicated drivers. Idiots. Fucking idiots. Get your head out of your fucking ass. You're behind the wheel. Read the fucking manual. Does anywhere in the book, in the manual, does it say it's okay to drink and drive? Actually, yes, and it should be against the law, period. Any amount of alcohol in your system. But you know why it's okay? Because the alcohol corporations lobby. They lobby to have the age lowered in some countries, in some states. They lobby to have the laws changed, right? So they can get away with selling more fucking booze. But is it worth it? Is it worth it for you to have that extra fucking six-pack on Friday night? Not when you go in front of the judge and he fines you thousands of dollars and, you know, hours and hours of this and hours of that, and then more money and more time and more bullshit, right? Is it worth it for you to have that extra beer to get just that more fucking drunk? Go for it. Go for it. You know what? I'm just so against fucking any amount of alcohol in your system when you're driving. Period. And if you have a problem with that, you are your own problem, because you're probably a drinker, right? I can handle it. What the fuck is his problem? Who's he to judge me and tell me I can't fucking drink and drive? Fuck him. Fuck you. Right? Come on, people. Do I get all hopped up on marijuana and go drive? No. No. Well, basically, because I can't anymore. It doesn't, it's like smoking a fucking cigarette. It barely takes care of my pain. It does nothing for my brain anymore. Yeah, my brain knows it because I'm a nicer person most of the time when I'm out in the world. Yeah, if I didn't smoke marijuana every day, I wouldn't have any friends. I wouldn't be married. Yeah, because I've been there. I've done that. I've tried it. Yeah, it just don't work for me, you know. So, and I enjoy it too much, you know. Yeah, it's poison. Am I going to make everybody else be responsible for my poison? No, because I'm not going to fucking get all hopped up and then drive around. If I'm going to go out somewhere and stay out late at night, more than likely I'm going to have a Coke, right? And I don't do caffeine late at night. So if I go like have something to eat and then have a big large Coke, that's it for the rest of the night. And I'm just like, or a coffee, an iced coffee at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And then I'm just wired, right? And now I'm just awake, completely awake, right? Knowing full well that when I get home I'm going to get fucking roasted, right? Because I know full well that at home I can get as fucking wasted as I want, and I ain't affecting nobody. I ain't doing nothing to nobody, right? I'm not gonna get behind the wheel and grab me a big bottle and a rail of fucking blow and go cruising around and pick up some prostitutes. What's wrong with prostitutes? Not a goddamn thing. But take that fucking shit to a room. Don't take it out on the goddamn street. Because as soon as you get behind the wheel, you make everybody else responsible for your bullshit that you cannot and will not be responsible for yourself. You have no will if you cannot just say, nah, I'll wait till I get home. What the fucking... Yeah, give me another one. Shit, I'm fine. I can have 2 or 3 more and I'll be fine. Oh yeah, I do this all the time. Oh yeah, I can drink a case and make it home fine. I won't remember how I got home, but I usually make it home fine. Except for those times that I wind up in another neighborhood, parked in somebody's yard, pissing on their front door and yelling, "Hey, Edna, let me in!" Right? But you don't have an alcohol problem. Not at all. Not at all. I don't think newbies should even, newbies to marijuana should be driving around within like a day of doing this shit. Because they're newbies. They're clueless, and this new stuff is really, really strong. For old veterans like me, it's like, it's all right, you know. Other people are like, whoa, you know. And I'm like, it's okay. It's all right. It's a little bit of a buzz, you know, but that'll be gone shortly. I'm serious. Ah, jeez. I'm serious. Yeah. There's enough going on out on the road. You don't need to be that kind of distracted. It really isn't that good. Boy. Well, it's getting just about to 6 o'clock. I reckon at 6 o'clock we'll start up oxychloride X, otherwise known as the whole. and we'll listen to that, and then we'll discuss a little bit. Yeah, let's read from the TV guide here while we're just kind of sitting around. I got to do this bong hit here in front of me because there we go. So anyway, people, hi, how are ya? Yeah. Here's to you. And I don't want to seem, and I don't mean to come off all preachy about the wicked sinfulness of alcohol and the angelness of marijuana, because marijuana is bad for you. It's unhealthy. If you're going to smoke it, don't eat it. Eat the little gummies or something. Do the little extracts. Or do the stuff that we know that is safe. We know smoking of anything is unsafe. All right. So, but don't get me wrong. If you're at home, do whatever the fuck you want. I got a bar right there. All right. I've got this big wall cabinet, and it's got all my stuff in it. And in one little portion of this cabinet, it's got a bar. And it's got decanters of Bushmills, and it's got brandy, and it's got Jack Daniels, and I've got a whole bar here filled with poison, right? On occasion, I like to take a little sip, right? I'm not a big drinker, all right? I know that it's poison, so I limit myself. I know that smoke is poison, but I don't limit myself when I'm at home. I just smoke it whatever the fuck I want. I'm in my room here, it's just me. Get fucking lit. Do whatever you want to yourself. Just don't do it so that it affects others, and others have to be then responsible for your actions, right? That's all I'm saying. Have at it. Do your thing. Have a designated driver. When I was a young guy, teens, 20s, 30s, I was always the designated driver. When we go out somewhere, anybody volunteer to be a designated driver? Yeah. And then early in the evening, I'd have a little pot. And then by the time it was time for everybody to book, I would have been on coffee for 2 hours, just trying to stay awake to get everybody home, right? So I don't mind that kind of responsibility. I rather enjoy it because I know as a driver, I'm a decent driver. I enjoy driving. I love driving. Driving is fun, but it's not a right. It's a privilege, and I take that privilege with great responsibility. And you try to think about everything that's going on out there while you're out there. Anyway, let's get into the old TV guide of Rooney here, where Wednesday morning we got some religious shows, sunrise semester, content area teaching. All right, motivating students. There you go. So it's a show for teachers. You get up in the morning, and before you go to your job as a teacher, you watch a show about teaching. That's cool. Not for women only. They're talking about Shakespeare. Good morning, Bakersfield. Good morning, Bakersfield. Reminds me of the that show, Monsters vs. Aliens, where Susan, her boyfriend, fiance, is the weatherman for Good Morning Barstow or something. It's hilarious. Freaking hilarious. Charles Nelson Riley is on David Hartman, Good Morning America. Captain Kangaroo, Flintstones. Phil Donahue, animal psychologist. Marion Breland Bailey. Mike Douglas, Pat Harrington. An actor, I believe. Peter Ustinov, Mary Welch, Judy Collins, and another Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue. The topic is transvestitism. Whole hour on that. I think now the word transvestite is actually derogatory because it actually means something that is out of date thinking, right? Unless it's just a man who likes to dress up as a woman. I believe that is a cross-dresser. But that's what a transvestite was back then, just a cross-dresser. Had nothing to do with homosexuality or the desire to become a woman or anything. They just like to wear women's clothes, period. It is said that the head of the FBI, Herbert Hoover, was that his name? Was a transvestite and liked to wear women's dresses and makeup and stuff. But he wasn't gay. He was just, he thought he looked good in a set of heels. So there you go. Nothing wrong with any of that. I mean, do whatever you want. Like I said, do whatever the hell you want with you and yourself, right? As long as it doesn't affect other people and fuck with their world, right? There you go. And then other people have to be able to sit back and let you do whatever the fuck you want to do with your life and not be controlling and overbearing and think, well, gosh, she's going against everything I know, and I know that that's not right. Well, that's what you know. Then you know that that's not right for you. Period. I know. It's kind of convoluted and hairball. The Snows of Kilimanjaro. Christmas in Korea. MASH. I'm just looking for a good movie. Black Gold. Anthony Quinn. Mike Douglas. Co-host Billy Crystal. LeVar Burton. Vicky Carr. Dr. Joyce Brothers. Man, that lady was everywhere. And then she'd be on a show as herself or as a psychologist. Yeah. John Biner. Once again on Carol Burnett and Friends. John Biner, he was everywhere. He was a weird little dude. Weird little pervert dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was a pervert. Little freak. Little freaky dude. Merv Griffin. Orville Redenbacher's on Merv Griffin. That's cool. Electric Company. Totally, man. $6 Million Man. Battle of the Planets. What the hell was that? It's a TV show. And I keep seeing that popping up for a couple of years here, I believe. Different TV guides. Battle of the Planets. On the shows to look up. Planets. Okay, there we go. Now that I've talked about jury duty, there's probably a summons in the mail right now. Totally. Except it'll be for my daughter. Oh, she'll be like, you jinxed me, fucker. Why did you jinx me? I don't know. Say jinx again. I like the way you say jinx. Jinkies. Chico and the Man, 6:30. So it's Wednesday evening, April 18th, 1979, in the old TV guide. The old TV guide, yeah. 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 A little promo there for Emergency 1. That show went through some different title changes. They were Emergency 1, Emergency 51. Wasn't it Emergency Rampart at one point? And that's just so they could bring it back in syndication. So they would just give it a twist on the title. They didn't have to do that at some point where they would go into syndication as what they were. Right? Okay, 7 o'clock, $6 Million Man. Terrorist plots extortion. Tony added a photo. I'm going to say it's a photo of a raccoon. I'm just saying. A terrorist plots extortion using a stolen American missile and a Russian rocket launcher. Ooh, I've seen it. I think they did the same thing on The Fall Guy. Or was it the A-Team? Or was it Greatest American Hero? Actually, I think it was all four. There you go. 7:30, In Search Of. A look into the disappearances of ships and aircraft in a region of the Great Lakes. Ooh, the Great Lakes mystery. That's a great show. There are a few episodes on my channel here. I didn't want to go crazy and load them all up because other people are like, hey man, I've got them all loaded on my channel. It's okay to load a couple, man, because that's, you know. And then what I'll do is people who have all of them, I'll just share their stuff so that they get the traffic. That's fine. You know, I'm not greedy. I'm not here to get 1 million likes and shares and subscribers and that. I'm really not. I'm here for me. I love to do this. There's absolutely nobody watching right now, and I'm having a fucking ball. Because I'm a kook, right? Ooh, Hollywood Squares. Linda Lavin, that would be Alice from Alice. Pat Klaus, Lynn Anderson, Stella Stevens, Paul Lynn, Loretta Swit, John Biner again, Dionne Warwick, and David Brenner. Ooh, another In Search Of. A look into the field of cryogenics, focusing on the freezing of human bodies immediately after death and thawing them when the cause of death can be eliminated. No, really. That's heavy stuff, man. I'm telling you. That's crazy. 8 is enough at 8. Nancy opens her daycare center at home. I remember that episode. I just watched the whole series a couple of years back, so yeah, that's fresh. Ooh, Real People. Now there's something that I was watching on Roku. I think I watched it on Roku for a while. So look around. You can find the show Real People. Just a great, let's see, who do we have? Sarah Purcell, Fred Willard, John Barber, Jimmy Breslin, Mark Russell, Skip Stevenson, Bill Rafferty. There's actually shows with the kid from Christmas Story. What's his name? Peter Billingsley. He's actually on Real People as the kind of like a juvenile host of the show. Does a great job. He's only on there for a season or 2. But it's great. It's great. It's fucking great. We got The Jeffersons. Africans documentary. This program, completed in the summer of 1978, looks at the Civil War surrounding Rhodesia's transition to black majority rule. Good. 6-part miniseries. Open Studio presents a documentary on how people cope with losing a limb to bone cancer. Well, I imagine it sucks, but, you know, you're not going to drag it around with you after they lop it off, so that's a given. Luce Libre. Charlie's Angels at 9. Pro golfer terrorized by someone determined she pass up the tournament. There we go. Jamie Lee Curtis, Casey Kasem. Heavy. Wheels, Part 3. Wheels. Kurt unwittingly romances his father's mistress. Meanwhile, Adam is reunited with his increasingly despondent wife, confronted by his son's blackmailer and shaken by a company scandal. This is Part 3 of a Part 4 telecast the next Tuesday. It seems like a mini soap opera, right? Which does not interest me in the slightest. The host of that Africans is Louis Gossett Jr. Let me see if I can find that, because that might be something that would be found. some kind of detective thing. And we're getting into late night Wednesday, April 18th, 1979. Let's see, Dear Detective is 60 minutes, and it's got a bunch of people in it, but nobody I recognize. Also, at 9:30, or is it 9? Also at 9, there's nothing. Oh, there's one thing on at 9:30. At 9, Never Give an Inch, 1971, Oregon scenery enhances this tale of a rugged logging family opposing a labor strike. Ooh, I lost 11 frames. Paul Newman, Henry Fonda, Lee Remick, Michael Sarrazin. Henry Fonda also directed this. Oh no, Paul Newman also directed this. Never Give an Inch. Let me get a new one here. Inch. 1971. Paul Newman. There we go. All righty. Let's finish this up, and then we'll listen to some Lights Out, everybody. Yeah, baby. Let's see. Late evening. We have Vegas with Robert Urich, Strother Martin, Slim Pickens, Barbara Martin. Yeah. There you go. Judy Landers. Tony Curtis. Wow. Heavy show. Kaz. He's a lawyer. And Rob Liebman is Kaz. What the hell is Kaz? Kaz. This is 1979. Rob Liebman. There we go. Because it's different. Something I've never heard of before. So I would be interested to check it out. Checking it out. Who Remembers Mama documentary, a look at the economic and emotional traumas of middle-aged woman whose divorce thrusts her into a life for which she has no preparation or training. Yep, that happens a lot. Or it used to happen a lot. Women forced to stay at home and do absolutely nothing and have no life and no brain. And then their husband says, later, or dies. And then it's like, what the fuck do I do now? I don't know anything. Do stuff, ladies. Do stuff for yourselves. Don't rely on women. I don't need no man. Policewoman, Johnny Carson with George Carlin, Ben Vereen, Rip Taylor. This Happy Breed, another one. Mannix. Wow. Kojak. Tom Snyder tomorrow. A discussion of public broadcasting. And that takes us into Thursday morning. And this is the TV guide from April 14th through April 20th, 1979. And we will be reading some more of this tomorrow on Thursday. But for now, let's go ahead and boot up the old radio show, Oxychloride X. All right, here we go. I'm going to boot up this sound here and turn it down a little bit.
Ironized Yeast presents Lights Out, everybody.
Great stuff.
It is later than you think.
Yeah, baby.
Lights Out brings you stories of the supernatural and the supernormal, dramatizing the fantasies and the mysteries of the unknown. We tell you this frankly. So if you wish to avoid the excitement and tension of these imaginative plays, we urge you calmly but sincerely to turn off your radio now.
All right, I'm going to set the mood here.
This is Arch Oboler. Someone has said that the two main springs which drive the world are hunger and the will to power. I think we'll all agree about the hunger, but as to the will to power, well, sometimes I think it's not quite as strenuous as that. There are some people in this world who don't want to run anything. They just want to be liked. And that's the mainspring of our story tonight, oxychloride eggs. But before we begin, Frank Martin.
Folks, it's a sad fact that today a number of Americans are too nervous and tired out, too thin and run down and cranky to make friends or keep them. If that's how it is with you, listen. Maybe you simply need more vitamin B and iron than you're getting from your food. If so, by all means try ironized yeast tablets. They're the amazing little easy-to-take tablets that give you both vitamin B and iron. Thousands of men and women who simply needed more of these substances tell us how quickly ironized yeast has helped them gain glorious new pep and strength, new pounds, new popularity. The name is ironized yeast tablets. Make a note of it now. And now, lights out. Everybody.
So I says to him, I says, well, sir, I'd like to be obliging, but I really haven't got the time. And he says to me, he says, well, Mr. Jackson, after all, we're making this proposition only to a few outstanding student representatives on the campus. And we do feel that you should be interested in our proposition.
Well,
so,
what did you say?
Well, I said, mister, I can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered. And I gets in my car and off I goes.
But, Bob, free clothes just for wearing them around the campus.
Listen, Stan, my boy, what I want to be a clothes horse for any old haberdashery. My old pappy's got more money than he knows what to do with. Now, what for, I ask?
Well, I guess you got something there. Say, who are you going to take to the dance Saturday night?
Haven't made up my mind.
How about that new number over at the Roto House?
No, thank you, brother.
What's the matter?
Well, did you ever take a look at her feet?
No, sir. Never got below her chin.
Hold it. Yeah?
Ray Stewart to see you, Stan.
Yeah. Send him on up.
Ray Stewart. Who's he?
Well, we're still short one pledge, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, I know, but Ray Stewart, who is he?
Oh, I met him over in chemistry. Got a mind like a textbook.
Oh, but who is he? We can't pledge a man just because he's a grind.
Well, we could use a few grinds around here. Exams come around, there's nothing like a few of those brainy boys to pull us through.
But who is he? Where's he from? Who's his family? Who's his father?
Hold it. Come on in, Ray.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it was good of you to bother to come over tonight.
It was good of you to ask me.
Oh, not at all. Ray, I want you to meet the president of our house, Bob Jackson. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Stewart.
I'm certainly glad to make your acquaintance. I might as well admit this is the first time I've ever been in a fraternity house.
Really?
Sit down, Ray. Make yourself at home.
Oh, thank you.
Now, tell me, Ray, do you ever go in for any sports back in your prep days?
Oh, no. I never had much time for that sort of thing.
No?
No, I think that sports should be put into their proper place. After all, I'm sure you agree they aren't particularly important.
No? And what, might I ask, is important in your estimation, Mr. Stewart?
Doing things. Being someone.
What?
Doing things man's never done before. Taking the elements and transmuting them into things which never existed until you thought of them. That's important. That's being almost godlike, isn't it?
Totally.
Mister, how you talk.
Oh, I'm sorry, I get sort of carried away.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Bob, this boy sure knows his chemistry.
Huh?
Oh, I really don't know so much.
Say, I ought to know better. You pulled me over some tough spots in this course.
I'm very glad to help you whenever I can. If I lived here, I could help you all the time. I could help you too, Mr. Jackson.
If I need help, I know where to get it.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you.
It's all right, Stewart. Now, tell me, you're from around Chicago way, aren't you?
Oh, no, Milwaukee. Lived there for years.
Nah, don't tell me I'm one of those Bruin families.
Oh, no. We're not wealthy people at all. My father runs a small business. It isn't much, but we get along.
Oh.
I don't think money's important anyway if a person's ambitious. Do you, Mr. Jackson?
Oh, no. What's money?
You fellas may think this funny, but, well, I always thought it's more important what a fella does than what he has. I mean, well, I've always had the feeling that someday, somehow, I'm going to do something really important. Maybe even miraculous.
Well, now, what do you expect to do? Discover the missing link?
Yes, Stuart. What is this miracle you expect to perform?
Well, I don't know exactly. Ever since I've been just a kid, I've been interested in chemistry, and I've had a feeling that someday I'd, well, perform an experiment, mix certain chemicals together, and something would happen that never happened before.
Now you hear that, Stan? A miracle man.
Amazing, my dear Bob. Simply amazing.
I know it sounds silly, but things I dream about always seem to work out.
Well, would you mind telling us the last miracle that worked out?
Well, this.
This? Oh, what do you mean?
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to belong to a fraternity, and here I am. I mean, you invited me.
Oh, no, just a minute there, fellow. Mr. Stewart, it's been awfully nice of you to come over and visit with us, and someday we'll have you back again. But now we've got some studying to do, so if you don't mind...
Oh, no, not at all. It was nice of you to invite me over. Well, good night, fellas.
Good night.
Good night.
Hold the screwy crackpot.
Yeah. Did you see the look in his eye when he was talking about miracles?
Yeah. Well, it'll be a miracle if he ever gets back into this house again, I'll tell you that. What in the world ever made you ask him over here?
Well, I didn't know. How was I to know he's a crackpot?
Pledge him to our fraternity. Pledge him to the booby hatch.
The booby hatch?
Mr. Stewart, if you please, Mr. Stewart.
Oh, yes, Professor?
Mr. Stewart, might I ask if you're anxious to sever your relationship with this university?
No, sir.
Then might I ask why in creation you persist in ignoring my warnings? In this laboratory, you're to perform the experiments given you to perform. Understand? Given you to perform.
Yes, sir.
Then might I ask why you persist in your, shall I call it, original experiments? Perhaps it's your intention to blow up the university. Or just the laboratory.
I'm sorry.
You'll be more than sorry if I find you doing this sort of thing again. Now, take down this apparatus and continue with the work in your textbook.
Yes, sir.
This is my last warning, so bear it in mind.
Oh, hello, Stuart. How about loaning me your notebook for a few hours?
Oh, hello, Jackson. You haven't been to lab much, have you?
No, I haven't, but I can make it up. We've been pretty busy over at the house. Initiations and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. Jackson.
Yeah?
You, never invited me back. I thought maybe you forgot.
Oh, well, you know how those things are.
I wrote my mother that I was joining your fraternity.
Well, that was a sap thing to do.
Was it?
Well, we hadn't pledged you. Stan simply invited you over so I could talk to you.
But you said you wanted me to come back.
Oh, now, look here, fella. Don't be stupid about this. We didn't pledge you, so that's that.
And you're not going to pledge me?
Certainly not.
But why?
I don't have to tell you why.
But you've got to tell me.
Oh, quit pawing me, will you? All right, you're asking for it, so here it is. We didn't pledge you because we think you're a crackpot.
A what?
A crackpot. You talk about miracles. You spend every minute of your time here in the lab monkeying around with things you don't know anything about, getting yourself in all kinds of trouble. I'll bet you never had a glass of beer in your life. And if a girl ever looked at you, you'd fall over in a faint.
Then you're not going to pledge me? You're not going to
No,
pledge
we're
me?
not going to pledge you. So if your mom expects you to be in a fraternity, you better start cooking up one of those miracles, fella. A first-class miracle.
Sleep. It's so late. Sleep. Got to sleep.
Not gonna pledge you.
That's what he said. Not gonna pledge me. Why do I keep thinking about it? If I could only sleep.
Because you're a crackpot.
We think you're a crackpot.
You're a
Gotta
crackpot.
stop thinking about these things. It's not healthy to think what I'm thinking. Crackpot.
Not gonna pledge you.
Crackpot. What's the matter with my head? I heard him talking in it over and over and over again. I'm not crazy. I'm not. I'm as good as you are. I'm as good as both of you put together. Stop saying that. Stop saying it. I'll show you. I'll show you both. I'm better than you are. I'm better than anybody. I'll show you.
You're a crackhead. Oh, it was crackpot. Like a pothead?
I'll show you. I'll show you. Talk about miracles. I'll give you miracles. The lab. I've got to get into it. I'll give you miracles.
Oh, yeah.
Dark in there. I've got to get in. Oh, blasted door. Got to get in. Window. I'll show you.
Man. This dude's for a smart guy. He's fucking
Find a
blind.
lab table. Got to make a miracle.
Who's there?
watchman.
Come on now, who's there? Talk up.
You don't have to get so excited. I'm a student.
Student, eh? Let's have a look at you.
That flashlight, you're blinding me.
I've got to see who you are, don't I? Yeah, I know you. Seen you on the campus.
I told you I'm a student.
Well, that don't give you no right to be here after hours.
Yeah.
How'd you get in here? Oh, broke a window now, did you?
I didn't break the window.
But I heard the glass.
So did I, and I followed the man in here.
Man, what are you talking about?
Give me your flashlight and I'll show you.
All right. Here.
Look behind you.
No
one will stop me. No one. Miracle. I've got to make one. Got to. Got to. 10 cc barium. 5 cc selenium oxychloride. Oh, good. You're working out just as I planned.
Who's there? Who's that working there?
Professor.
Crackhead. Oh, it's you, Stuart. And after all my warnings.
You're just in time, Professor.
Yes, just in time to have you thrown out of the university. What are you doing there? What is this mess of equipment?
It's my miracle.
Miracle? What are you talking about?
My miracle.
Are you insane? Take it apart, all of it, at once.
Crackhead.
Listen to it bubbling. A beautiful sound, isn't it, Professor?
Take it apart, I tell you. Empty out the retort.
shit?
No, I've got to wait.
Are you mad? Turn out the burners.
Crackhead.
All right, I'll turn them off for you.
Yeah.
No, stay where you are.
Do it. Put down that acid.
I'll smash the bottle on your head if you touch anything on the table.
No, don't throw it.
No.
Put the bottle of acid down, Stuart.
No, don't do it.
Please.
My experiment. My miracle. Bubbling and boiling and stewing.
Okay.
It will work, Professor. It's got to work.
Sure.
But what is it?
I told them I'd create something that no other man has. I told them. And I will, Professor. You hear me? I will.
But what?
A solvent. A solvent more powerful than anything the world has ever known.
What do you
That's
mean?
whack.
What are you talking about?
Listen to it bubble.
You said solvent. Explain yourself.
Yes, a solvent. A solvent that will dissolve steel like a hot flame.
What do you say?
You heard me say it. A solvent that will dissolve steel faster than a razor cutting through paper. Do you know what that
butter,
means?
baby.
Run a line of this liquid across a steel girder, and the girder will crumple like a falling tree. Pour some of my solvent into a glass shell and bomb the cities. I tell you, it'll make war too horrible for men to endure.
You crazy boy, you. You know what you're talking about?
I'm talking about that.
He's
That liquid
wackadoo.
there. Listen to it. Listen to it sing.
Why, no such solvent exists. Selenium oxychloride, perhaps, but to do the impossible things you talked about would require a quantity so...
Oh, the beaker. It cracked.
Well, do something.
Is
That
it still
liquid's
bubbling?
flying all over my bench, my laboratory.
The stone of the bench. It's eating through the stone.
Oh, stop it!
The liquid. It's eating through the stone bench.
No, it can't be.
It's eating through the slate of the floor.
It
The hole's
can't.
getting bigger and bigger.
Run!
Oh, I've done it. I've created something no other man has done. A
Great.
solvent that dissolves anything.
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 There goes everything.
Hey, what happened?
That's the lamp. I guess it's on fire.
Well, where's the fire? I can't see anything.
The whole school's out here. Hey, fellas, what's up?
Nobody seems to know. Something's going wrong in the lab. Firemen won't let us in.
Something burning?
I don't know. Can't get near enough to find
I
out.
can't see any fire.
There's plenty of smoke, though.
Plenty of excitement. Read about it in tomorrow's paper, I'll bet you.
I'll
Hey,
bet.
listen to that sound.
It sounds like water.
Gosh, what is it?
Hey, everybody back! Back! The building! It's gonna crash!
Run! Hey, run!
I did it. I did it. A solvent that dissolves anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, a deep breath is certainly indicated at this moment in our story of young Ray Stewart and his amazing discovery.
He's a wackadoo.
And in this intermission, before we go back to further developments in tonight's exciting Lights Out story, I wonder how many of you girls are asking yourselves this question tonight. Listen.
Why is everything all wrong for me?
I don't know,
Other
man.
girls have jobs and do war work, too, like I do.
I don't
But
know.
other girls get all the dates and all the
Yeah.
fun. All I get is thinner and tireder and more jittery and lonely and miserable by the minute.
I'm not even.
I
I don't have
certainly
an
need
energy for
something
sex.
I haven't got.
Well, miss, maybe it's just more vitamin B and iron. If that's it, I suggest you
poop to
try
push.
ironized yeast tablets.
Oh, I've tried tonic after tonic. None I've taken seem to help me.
But ironized yeast is different. It's a two-way tonic.
Sex.
It gives you both vitamin B and iron.
Ah.
That's why it's been of such amazing benefit to thousands who simply needed more of these substances.
Well,
Need
I
more
still
pep.
don't understand.
Well, here's how the experts explain it. When you don't get enough vitamin B out of your food, you may lose your appetite. You may eat so poorly that you lose weight and lose your pep. Or you may not get all
like
the good
Mrs.
out of
Murphy,
what you do eat.
who put the
And when you don't get
Benzedrine
enough
in Mrs.
iron from your
Murphy's
food, you may be
Ovaltine.
weak and pale and feel only half alive. So if you're short on these substances, for your own sake, start taking ironized yeast tablets right away, tonight. Then see if before long you aren't saying,
I feel wonderful now.
Totally.
Everybody says I look like $1 million, too, since I gained these good pounds. And talk about dates. Everybody's asking me out nowadays.
Yeah.
I wish I'd tried ionized yeast
She can hardly
ages
stay on
ago.
her feet.
And now back to Lights Out.
What did he say? This guy's not right.
Hey, Chief, look at this.
Huh?
Hey, Chief.
What's the matter, Murph? Somebody have sexed up?
Yeah,
Get a load
what's
of this,
the matter,
Chief. Came out
Murph?
over the news wires. Read it.
Yeah.
Additional on Whitmore University.
There's no on.
Mysterious cavity on campus growing larger hourly. More follows. Mysterious cavity.
Mysterious cavity.
What is this, a dentist advertisement?
Don't you remember, Chief? A couple hours
Dentist
ago, that
advertisement.
flash about something eating a hole so big a building fell in it. This is the follow-up. The thing's getting bigger. What do you want to do about it?
Forget it.
What?
Don't you see through
That's
a
a
gag when it
prank.
hits you in the face? Somebody's just having fun on the wire.
Yeah, they're pulling your leg.
Mysterious cavity growing bigger.
Shit.
Well, when it's as big as a hole in your head, that'll be news, Murph.
Yep. When they start pulling your dick, let me know.
It dissolves anything. And I did it. I discovered it.
Aye, the crackhead. Crackety crack
Yes,
crack.
yes. Hello.
Hello?
What is it?
Hello?
Yes, this is Dr. Whitmore.
Hello?
Who is this?
Hello?
Who?
Hello?
National News Service. Now, look here, my good man. It's
Hello.
4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm supposed to be resting. My vacation, you know.
Is this a party line?
What?
Hello?
My university. Building collapsed. But are you sure? Yes, I'll call them long distance at once. No, I can't give you any sort of
you guys
statement. Now,
hear
hang
me?
up, man. I've got to get the operator.
Oh, shoot.
Operator.
I'm
Give me
still
long
here.
distance. Give me... What?
I'm
Long
still
distance
here.
is calling? Well, put them on. Put them on. Hello.
Can't hear me?
Hello.
Damn it.
Yes, this is he. Rogers?
I
Yes,
hate this
Roger.
phone.
What? Did?
Party line.
That's impossible. Larger? But how could it grow larger?
Yeah.
Chemicals?
Ah, you keep
You
rubbing
drunk
it.
man?
You keep
Insane?
rubbing it, it's going to get
It's
bigger.
impossible.
Stop rubbing it. This guy
But
is a
you must do
pervert.
something.
Listen, mister. I'm a fireman, not a magician.
But that hole, it's 20 feet wider than it was 10 minutes ago.
Mister, I don't know what it's all about. No fire and the ground's burning right away.
We have $5 million worth of property on this ground. If that hole
For
spreads...
Pete's sake, leave me alone, will you? We've been throwing water on the edges of the thing ever since the building fell in, but it don't do no good. It don't do no good.
Don't do no good.
Gentlemen, listen to this out of tonight's paper. The latest news on the Whitmore University mystery.
Oh, shit.
What at first was treated lightly by all newspapers as either a hoax or a shifting of earth stratum has now developed into an authentic yet unbelievable situation. The hole, which began at the side of the chemical laboratory building, is now 300 feet in diameter and spreading with unbelievable rapidity. Fire departments and
Sounds like
fire
a
experts
rash.
from all neighboring communities within a radius of 100 miles have been called in, but have been helpless to combat the rapidly spreading pit. Many conflicting theories have been propounded as to the cause of the cave-in, but at last reports nothing definite had been determined.
That's enough, Professor Parker. What about the solvent?
Unbelievable, unexplainable as it is apparently self-regenerating and oxidizing anything it comes in contact with so quickly that we see no fire but only the rapidly growing cavity where the earth is being consumed.
But, Professor Parker, what is this solvent? Surely you don't expect us to believe that this student you were telling us about...
I mean exactly that.
Oh, preposterous. It's a fault in the structure of the earth. There is no such thing as a self-regenerating solvent. Simple cave-in, that's all it is.
Naysayers.
Gentlemen, if you
Scoffers.
please. What I know.
Oh, it's preposterous.
Gentlemen,
I know.
if you please.
Damn it.
If my professional
Hello.
reputation is not enough to
Hello.
substantiate what I've said, then at least you'll listen to the boy himself. He's here. Listen to him.
Why should we?
Yes, gentlemen, if you
Yeah.
listen, I'll tell you. You'd better listen to me.
Gentlemen,
You better listen to
please.
Vienna.
Professor Parker said is true. It is a solvent. It dissolves anything it touches quickly, furiously. And the byproducts of that dissolution give it new strength and movement. And I discovered it, gentlemen.
I know, but what will happen? What can we do?
We can wait.
Wait. How
Just
can
wait.
we wait? Look out there. The hole's within 2 feet of another building already.
You've got to stop it at once. If you don't...
The building! The foundation's undermined!
It's crashing!
There she goes.
Mother in heaven. Harris Hall. Caved right in the hole.
Gone. Kaput.
Professor Parker, you boy, listen. Which chemicals did you use? We've got to fight
I don't
chemicals.
remember.
Spread them around the edge. Neutralize
I was
the
just
sulfur.
throwing
Yes,
shit
that's
together,
it. Chemicals.
dude.
We'll neutralize the reaction.
No, gentlemen. Listen. You neutralize the reaction at the edges of the hole. But you forget one thing.
What? What are you talking about?
The solvent is eating downward at many times the rate it's eating outward.
Yeah.
You may neutralize the reaction at the edges of the hole. But have you forgotten? It's eaten the hole 1/4 of a mile deep already. And it's eating into the earth faster and faster. How are you going to stop that?
I don't know.
Faster and faster at an ever-increasing rate, this strange cancer on the surface is eating away. It is now approximately 14 hours since the phenomenon began, and already it has eaten outward a distance approximately 1 mile in diameter, with a resulting damage of over 1.5 million in property.
Truly, the most astounding factor in this catastrophe is the fact that the hole is increasing in depth at an unbelievable rate. At our last reports, approximately 10 minutes ago, the pit had reached a depth of approximately 3 miles, and experts apparently refuse to predict how much further this earth cancer will go. What only a handful of hours ago was a quiet section of the country in which stood the Whitmore University is now a great gaping pit in the surface of the earth, out of which rise strange noxious gases as that burning something eats deeper and deeper and deeper into the bowels of the earth. The latest sonic recordings indicate that the shaft has now reached a depth of 11 miles, 2,342 feet. I'm right on the scene and will continue to send reports as quickly as I get them.
Sure is a crowd here.
Yeah, 500,000, they say.
Yeah, watching and waiting. And for what?
Ain't it ever gonna stop, Stan?
Don't ask me. I don't know. It's going deeper and deeper every minute. There ain't no stopping it.
Listen to them. Scared, ain't they? Every one of them.
Well, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. That hole going deeper and deeper into the ground, and nobody can stop it. And what happens when it gets all the way through, nobody knows. Sure, I'm scared. Scared plenty.
Earthquake. Help. Send help. Volcano erupting. City on fire. Martial law declared. Tidal waves sweeping inland. Nothing can stop it. Nothing. Nothing. Earthquake. Fire. Tidal waves.
World coming to an end.
Judgment of God. Judgment of God.
From Siberia to Cape Town to San Francisco and around the world again. I tell you, the Earth's ripping apart. And I tell you, it's that hole in the ground that's done it. It's affected the rotation of the Earth, unbalanced things.
Yes, and it's biting deeper every minute. What'll happen when it eats through to the other side? The ocean pouring through. We'll die. We'll all die.
We'll all die. Hello. Hello.
Who's to blame?
Hello.
Who's to blame? Who's to blame? It's that kid who's
That
to blame.
damn
Yeah, we read
kid.
it in the paper.
Where's that crackhead?
There he is.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
Grab him. He's to blame.
No, let me go, you fools, you! I've done a great thing, a wonderful thing. Created something no one ever thought of. No, let me down.
sure.
Let me down.
Wonderful.
Let me down, you fools. I started the solvent, but I didn't know this would happen. You can't blame me for a miracle.
Throw him in the hole.
No.
Yes, throw him in the hole. He made it.
No, don't throw me down in there. There's no bottom to it. No, no!
Damn. Is that justice or vengeance?
Here, put him down here on the grass.
Dead?
Yes. Boy, oh
dead.
boy, will this be a sensation on the campus.
But, Watchman, how did it happen?
Well, I'm making my rounds of the grounds as usual, and all at once in the moonlight I see this fellow walking across the grass. So I go up to him and I see the fellow's walking in his sleep.
In his sleep?
Yeah. And just when I starts to grab him easy like, he pulls loose, yells something about, "Don't throw me in, don't throw me in." And then he runs across the campus and dives headfirst down into the swimming pool.
Whew.
And it's empty.
Oh.
When I pull him out, he's like he is now. Busted neck.
Well, I did.
But who is he? Anyone recognize him?
Yeah. Yeah, I know him. Stewart's his name.
He's a
Ray
crackpot.
Stewart. Kind of a screwy little crackpot. Always talking about creating miracles with chemicals.
Wow.
I wonder what he thought was happening to him diving down that hole.
He must have been taking some of his own miracle chemicals, right? He was on some chemicals, all right. It was miracle.
Well, Mr. Obler, I suppose all I can say is holy...
We've had quite enough holes tonight.
Gosh, golly.
Supposing we talk about
Come on,
haunted
baby.
houses.
Yeah, whose haunted houses and where?
Well, it's the most famous haunted house in the world. In fact, in the good psychic circles, it's supposed to be the haunted house where all the ghosts go.
Whew.
I'll tell you about that, Frank, as soon as you talk to our audience.
Let's talk to the
Well, I just want to remind
get
you
the light
folks
on
that
and
if
talk to
you're
the audience.
nervous and tired, underweight and under par, and if, like so many Americans these days, you only need more vitamin B and iron, then don't wait. Do try ironized yeast tablets right away.
Yeast tablets.
They give you both vitamin B and iron. They cost but a few pennies a day, and you don't risk even those few pennies. For ironized yeast tablets are sold on this money-back basis. If you don't quickly begin to eat and sleep better, to gain new pounds, to feel much stronger and peppier, and if you're not convinced that ironized yeast has been of real help, the cost of the first bottle will be refunded to you in full by
Candle
Ironized
snuffer.
Yeast, Box IY, Rahway, New Jersey.
Rahway.
But remember, there's only one ironized yeast.
That's it.
You'll know it by the big letters IY on the package and on each tablet.
Woo-hoo.
And now then, what about the haunted house, Mr. Obler?
Well, it's a rectory about 60 miles from London, just within the Essex border. Ghostly figures of headless coachmen appear on the lawn, and the ghostly figure of a nun walks through the rooms. An old-fashioned coach driven by two headless men gallops across the lawn. No, I'm not more than normally crazy. Fact is, for 10 years, these phenomena have been investigated by various thoroughly reliable and well-intentioned gentlemen, but they say the headless horsemen still ride and the woman still walks through the woods at the back of the house.
Ooh.
Well, for next week, I've written a play about that particular house. It's a nice, fresh ghost story. Its title is They Met at Dorset, and it concerns the attempt on the part of one hideous Himmler, head of the German Gestapo, to rescue England's unwilling house guest, Herr Rudolf Hess.
Oh.
Yes, I really think you're going to enjoy They Met at Dorset. But, as usual, that's next week.
Lights Out will come to you again next Tuesday at this same time. Be sure to...
Hey, and that was Lights Out. That was from a long time ago. Yeah. So that particular show, it doesn't say when these shows were on the album here. But then again, the records back then weren't real. They weren't real informative, you know. This episode was February 16th, 1943. So there you go. Lights Out, Arch Obler, and what is that, Martin something or something Martin, that guy, that host. One of my favorite shows, because it was one of my first shows, because this record is the original Lights Out record that my father brought home from Tower Records on Sunset in Hollywood back in, I'm going to say 1970s, late 1970s. It looks like I'm a little bit glitchy, a little, my frames are kind of freezing up here a little bit. I show that my technical side over here is good, so hopefully that will clear up. I hope you enjoyed listening to that show with me this morning. It reminds me of a movie, and I'm going to have to try to find the movie via the description that I remember. Hey, Cortana, could you please show me this here movie? See what happens, right? And just do as many different kind of searches as I can to dig up a movie where it was a similar situation where he snuck into the class and a guard came in and he had to kill the guard. But it wasn't about a hole in the ground or a secret chemical. It was about something that he ingested to make himself a murderer, right? But I can't remember what the title of the movie was. I know it was black and white. I remember the scene of him sneaking into the building through the glass window and the guard coming in. And so that all is very, very familiar every time I hear it. It's like, that's that movie. So I need to see if I can dig that up. Yeah. Let's see. If there was anyone here, I would say, hey, you want to know anything about Lights Out? But there's nobody here, so I'm going to drink coffee and smoke bong hits. Because first and foremost, in the morning, on my show, in the morning, let me turn my mic back up. Hey, there we go. First and foremost, in the morning, on my show, it's all about bong hits, coffee, and conversating. A lot of this conversation is meant for myself. And for those listening later, as I will be here posthumously after the fact, hopefully I will be allowed to remain in my entirety, because this is a non-profit channel. I'm not doing this for anything other than historical purposes. I'm using, in lieu of explaining every little thing about myself, I'm using old-time radio, old-time television, and old-time movies, educational films really, because that's what I grew up on, to kind of give you an idea of kind of who I am and what I'm about. So if ever you want to know more about any of the programs on my show, whether they be live or recorded or not my material, hit me up and we'll talk about that particular thing and why it's on my channel and why I chose it to represent a small portion of who I am, because that's what this channel is. At some point, this wake up mom thing there, but she does not have to wake up early, because like I said earlier, we're taking the van into the shop and they're not going to be open for a while, so no reason for her to get up. Let her sleep in. The daughter was just going to sleep as I was waking up at 4:20. She was just finishing off whatever she was doing, because within an hour later her lights were off and she was gone. So that's cool. That's totally cool. So once again, the album for the day is Lights Out Everybody. Arch Obler's Lights Out Everybody. Let me see if I can find a link to this. That would be great. Yeah, let me go here and get online. I'm going to get online. Get it online now. Get it online now. Let's go to YouTube. And we will try to find a YouTube copy of this. Somebody has bound to have this LP, this particular LP, on here. So we're going to go Arch Obler Lights Out Everybody. And Obler. It gave me a lot of episodes. Let me get LP. Yeah. LP. See what that gets me. Come on. Tonight, Sub-Basement. Rocket from Manhattan. Okay, so there's one there. So let me give you that one. And send that one. Pardon my kisses. my good morning kisses. My dogs are like, is it time for kisses? Yeah. My wife calls us besadores because we like to besa. That's what we do for kissers. Here we are. Think of me now, kiss me later. This is first one I'm going to paste is the episode that we didn't listen to. Let's do lights out. And this is Rocket Ship from Manhattan. Oh. Is it rocket or rocket ship? Rocket. It's just rocket. Right. Manhattan. T-A-T-T-A-N. There we go. Manhattan. Right, it is that one, yeah. So check it out. Let me go back and see if I can find this one that we were listening to. Oxychloride X. It'd be great if I could just find the one. I was hoping to find the LP, but it's not. So, lights out, everybody. Oxychloride. X, yeah. X marks the spot. And there it is, 20 times over. Theater in my head. Alright. I like to see these videos. These people create cool videos for these. Totally. I want to try to pick somebody who's definitely doing this for themselves. Theater in my head. Only 87 views, so I'm going to choose that one. Share. There we go. And we're going to paste it here. And this one is oxychloride X. There we go. So now you can find them. These are not available on my channel, but they are available on others' channels. Eventually I'll put them on my channel at some point. That'll be fun. But they are available now. And I love to cross-share other people's stuff because I think of this as a community of sharing. So like-minded individuals should share other of the same. Yeah. And you don't have to get along with my personal beliefs or political whatever, you know. It's all about old-time radio. It's all about the past, enjoying the past. You don't have to like me as a pothead, but, you know, do your thing. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah. So what's going on the rest of the week? Tomorrow will be 20,694, and Friday will be 20,695 days on planet Earth. Pardon me. I had to eyeball the coffee to see how much is left. Because, you know, that's important. That the coffee lasts the entire show. can't finish it too early, and I don't want to have too much left too late. Because then it's going to keep me from eating breakfast right after the show. Which I should do, and try to do every day. I had a little bit of a muffin here while I was sitting here having coffee and enjoying the show. So once again, tomorrow on the show we are going to talk about Principle of Moments album and the concert. And I will try to put a link or two to some actual footage from the day, from right where I was sitting. Awesome stuff. So we'll look at that. We'll check out some of the Melmac that I just got some more Melmac. I love Melmac ashtrays and stuff, the plastic, hard plastic, different colors and whatnot. I am available anytime to help you learn something from the encyclopedia. From it's got everything from the 1980s in it, which is great. So it's like the early 90s encyclopedias. I didn't want to get something from like 1985 because then we're missing part of the 80s. So we've got all of Reagan's presidency in here and that kind of stuff, and the fall of the Berlin Wall and yada yada yada. So ask me something. Also on Thursday, Throwback Thursday, we are going to look at a case of 8 tracks, one of my many cases and boxes and shelves and drawers of 8 tracks. 8-track cartridges were big until cassettes and CDs eventually won. On Friday, Flashback Friday, we are going to talk about 7th grade ditching, bullies, which is the reason, and punk rock. We're also gonna Vienna. We're gonna talk about this week in history and some of my collectibles around the house. Hey, Budman fans. So there you go. And hopefully I'll have my new desk installed in the next day or two so that we can do that. I need to try different lenses on my camera up here so I can kind of just get the desk. Right? Totally. Okay, people. Let's see. You know, if you put Vaseline around the edges of a lens real lightly, it gives you that blurred dream effect. Yeah, I might have a dream camera. Ooh. All right, people, let me get my act together and get the heck out of here. I know. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Nothing much. What are you going to do? Jeez. So let's see here. I am going to get rid of that because we no longer need to be looking at ourselves on that computer over there. Yeah, baby. I can open up this file, go back to the morning show file, let that boot up, and now I'm ready to hit my closing stuff. You know what I like to do at the end of each show is have a final bong hit, just to let you know that I'm serious, man. I'm fucking serious. This is day 20,693 on planet Earth, and it feels like it. It literally feels like, imagine how many miles you put on each year, how many miles a day, how much you're running and running and running and running. And I have insomnia, so someone with an insomnia is like living a double life, you know. Is that a dog? I hear a dog. Yeah, baby. So there you go. The house is waking up, which means the show is winding down. All right, last bong hit. Here we go. Hi, Oliver. How are you? Once I get the desk in here, I'm going to figure out how to create a little perch for the dogs so they could come up and visit me and be right here on camera. I mean, like right where this music thing is, their head should be right there. Yeah, I can get rid of this. So we'll see how we can squeeze a spot in here for the dogs to be on camera, because they like to bop in and hang out. So totally. Okay, I will be off until tomorrow morning. I will be busy trying to accomplish things in the days of my life. So let's see here. Do I have anything else? Tune in tomorrow because we are going to be digging through the box. We also have arts and crafts, and we have things that I have gotten from the thrift store. So there's a ton of shit to do tomorrow. My favorite, by far, my favorite day of the week. So definitely tune in. I will post as much as I can in the title to let you know what's happening. All right. Until then, people, I want you to be sure to, stay tuned. Stay up on what's happening here on the channel. Watch those commercials because they're very informative. And they're fun. They're really fun. They're fun to do, and they're fun to watch. So, yeah, totally. Check them out. Check them out. All right, people, I am going to head off for the day. Before I go, I just want to remind you to all, spread peace and love and not bullshit. All right, I gotta boot up the right video here. Yeah, spread peace and love, not bullshit. All right, take care of each other, because you can, and it's a good thing to do. Right. So check on your neighbor. Check on that guy on the corner. All right. Yeah. And do something for yourself. Go out and have fun, but do something for somebody else too. Most especially, I want you all to stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody gonna be weird for you. Okay, people, this has been Mornings with Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. I've been your host, Michael, and I really enjoy being here. It's the highlight of my day. Yeah, you guys take it easy. Peace, love, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Adios, folks.